Okay, sorry, my timer was about to ding and I was kind of hurrying through the last one. I apologize, everybody. Basically, what I was trying to say was that if C and F were corresponding, that's these two, this one and this one, then I can set those two equal, not C and E. As you can see, C corresponds to F, not E. So, my mistake. These two would be the same. How do I know that this is 51? Well, I know that this corner is the same as that one, which makes it 87. And therefore, I can now know that if these three add up to 180, I can say 180 minus 87 minus 42 would get me this last corner. So that's how I ended up with this corner right here being 51 degrees. I just took 180 minus the other two corners. Then, if I set the corresponding angles the same, then these two angles, as I mentioned, would be the same, C and F. Then I could set that up and say that 3y is the same as 51 degrees, and then divide by 3 and I get 17. So, the last part here is, I swear this is the last one. This diagram down here, H corresponds to T, so this corner corresponds to this corner because they're the first corners listed in the names. See that? The second corners listed in the names are J and R, so that means this one corresponds to that one. And then finally, K corresponds to S. See, those are the last ones. So K and S would match. So how do you find the values of A and B? Well, let's see. We find that since H and T are corresponding, wouldn't 6A minus 3 be equal to 51, given that these two triangles are congruent triangles? Yeah. So if I added 3 on both sides, and then divided both sides by 6, I would get 9. A equals 9. Well, how do we find B? Well, if R and J are the same measure, then that must mean if R is 83 degrees, that J is also 83 degrees. And then so how could we find this last corner? Well, we know that angle K down here would have to be what's left over when you take 83 and 51 away from 180, because all three of these would have to add up to 180 degrees. So all I would do is just take 180, subtract 83, and subtract 51, and I would have my measure for that corner K. What I get when I do that is 46. So this angle right here must be 46 degrees. That's what would give you 180 when you add 46 plus 51 plus 83. So the other statement that I know is true is that 7b minus 10 is the same as 46 degrees. So if I add 10 on both sides and I divide by 7, then b must equal 8. Again, if you want to pause here so that everyone can get the notes down, that would be good.